I stay up away from the metal backstop, the backup bar on the blade, where I can kind of use the flexibility of the blade to my advantage. And I want to cut more in this corner, so I'm going to kind of push the belt on the left side like this. Do not push the edge of the belt against the side of the part. It will cut. So I've got to stay. I can't go all the way into the corner. I've got to stay out of the corner a little bit. Okay. If you're nervous about this, it's really easy to mess up your part. I would suggest doing this with a file. It's much more controllable, slower. So what I'm doing is I'm just going and going and looking at my line. Part's getting warm, so I'm going to cool it off. Small part, it heats up pretty fast. I'm going to work it on this side a little bit. Okay, that's as much as I'm going to do there. Now, we've got some files that have teeth on the wider surfaces, but not on the narrower sides. These work really nice for squaring up a corner. Now I'm going to put this part back in the vise, up here on the top. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the file and I'm going to work down to my line. Work in a corner, straight down in the corner just a little bit. I can push to the side and then go down into the corner, and I don't cut anything off the side. And then I'm going to work this edge nice and flat, and then check my line. Okay, I've still got a little more to get to my line. Take your time, you can always cut more, but once you cut it off, it's gone. I'm going to work now to the left a little bit in the corner. Okay, then work back on this bottom surface some more. File only cuts in the forward direction, so you just pick it up on the backstroke. Easier on the file. Okay, I'm almost there. A little more. A little bit more on this left side than I do in the rest, so I'm kind of putting some extra pressure there. A little more. Okay, that's pretty good except for right over near the corner. Okay, my line is gone, but I've still got a little on this left vertical edge. So turn the file sideways now and pushing it to the left, work that a little bit. And what's neat is I can push down on this surface I finished with the side with no teeth and it doesn't cut it. Gives me a nice guide. Almost. Okay, corner's nice and square and I'm right to my line. Now, the drawing, step 21 on the instruction says radius the 5 outside corners 1/16 inch using a belt sander, Scotch-Brite wheel, or file. Use Pawl adjuster radii for size reference. Okay. good little visual aid here is one of your little Pawl adjuster blanks. All the corner radii on that are a 1/16 of an inch, so you can use that as a little visual guideline. 1/16 inch radius is pretty small. On the drawing, lower right hand corner, R 1/16, 6 places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All the outside radii. So, if you're going to use the belt sander, be careful. It happens very fast. You want to just barely touch the belt as you rotate the part. You want a constant radius. You don't want a chamfer. I'm being very delicate. Very little pressure against the belt. Okay, I've also got some really large burrs on this part, so I'm going to carefully tip it up at a 45 and very gently go along with the belt and clean those off. And check as I go, make sure I got them. Anytime you shear anything, the exit side of the sheared cut will have a large burr. The entry side will be a nice radius. So some of my edges are pretty clean. Okay, I also need to deburr the exit side of the hole. Countersink. Now the countersink got rid of the big burr, but it left a smaller one. So now we'll use the wire wheel and the Scotch-Brite wheel here to clean those up. Just around the edge of the hole, on the edge of the wheel. And then I'm going to kind of go around everything with the Scotch-Brite wheel lightly. Catch anything I missed with the sander. Always keep the part moving so you don't create flat spots. You want to get a nice even deburring job all the way around. The wire wheel is good for the inside of the corner. And notice I'm doing this before I bend it. It's much easier to do this before you bend it rather than after. Okay. Double check everything. Nice and smooth.